Hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Very sad day in Canada today. A horrible shooting up in a northern community, Tumbler Ridge in BC. Now, as somebody who's lived in a small northern community, I cannot imagine what they are going through. Everybody knows everybody. The thing is when you move up north to work or whatnot, you have no family. So your neighbors, your coworkers become your family. And so this would be absolutely devastating to that whole community. It'll paralyze the community. It'll take months, if not years, for some of them to get over it. My blessings and thoughts and prayers and sympathies go to not only the survivors, the whole community. Terrible, absolutely terrible, absolutely could have been prevented. If only people would listen to people with common sense. This could have been completely prevented. And before you at me, we have a mentally ill person in our family who used to be a he, but insists everybody calls him a she, certified, like schizophrenic. And it was actually, he's very violent. I don't even have to say allegedly. Anyways, we're not here to talk about him. Let's find out. What has happened to Canada that this was allowed to happen? Apparently, this person was targeted as mentally ill or mental issues or developmental issues and was still allowed a gun license. So what's going to change in Canada because of this? Everyone's worried now they're going to come in with stricter gun laws. Are they going to start to look at the real reasons behind this? The violence that some transgender people feel they have the right to? Are we going to look at transing young children, filling them full of hormones? What's going to change? What's going to change because of this? Shall we begin? I'm going to tell you my best guess is nothing. I know this Canadian government. Oh, the chariot. Get in better control. Starting to look at fortifying. Maybe this has something to do with the RCMP. That's your uniformed military or police officer, so we don't have any military involved in this, but perhaps maybe the RCMP are going to be better equipped to deal with mental health issues, but somehow there is going to be something that comes out of control. Something is definitely going to transform. Again, we have a military member on top of there, so that could be indicative of the RCMP, Royal Canadian Mounted Police. They're called mounted because originally they were on horses. They mounted on horses. So I'm wondering if there's going to be some kind of transformation about how much far-reaching effects they have. Can they take weapons away, or should they take weapons away? I think something like that might come. Well, interesting. In Canada, the RCMP are calling them a gun person. And I think that's due to the transgender laws. There's actually laws in Canada. If you misgender someone, you actually can be charged. Absolutely. I think there's going to be some kind of offering to the people, selling them on some kind of idea. Probably, let's find out what the idea is. You know what, I think though, even though here they are offering the idea, offering what could change, right? So we have the Scorpio here of the angel of death. What could change, what they could have done differently, This is what we're doing moving forward, and people just won't put up with it. They're just like, blah, blah, blah. Your word salad. We've had enough. We are ambivalent. We are fed up. We don't want to hear your stories. We want to see action. So I'll talk. Where's the action? Move on to P6 of Swords. This is actually kind of fascinating. Believe it or not, you know what I think is going to happen? I think people are going to start leaving Canada. I mean, if you are not safe in a small northern town where everybody knows everybody, where are you safe in this country? Oh yeah, look at defending themselves. They're being very defensive, using gun person, and they originally said it was a female in a dress. As soon as they said that, I went, what? They would never, they wouldn't say a female in pants, right? So they're defending their actions, they're defending the things that they did. Oh, they're going to ask for patience. Patience, let's, move forward, let's learn from this. Let's move you know, we got to try, and we have to remember wands do rule the police. So there's something here, the police are going to come and try and sell us on something, and they might say yes, we will change some things, and you have to be patient, but things will eventually get better, or we're going to change this, or we're going to change that, and going forward, moving forward. I think that what's going to happen is people are going to move forward, and they're going to move forward right out of Canada. Yeah, there's going to be all the depression, the despondency, the funerals, the crying over spilt milk. If you look, there's spilled blood there as well. And I wouldn't be surprised if one of the RCMP, if it's one of their children, or they're, arm's length from somebody they personally know who passed away. Heavy, look at 10, and 10 people died. Heavy burden. Hangman, they're not going to do anything. What did I tell you? I said, my theory is they aren't going to do anything. There's the Knight of Pentacles. Inertia. They're not going to do anything. I don't see any money here that's going to be thrown at changing anything. Let's burn some candles and make some posters. Thoughts and prayers. Nothing will change. Nothing. They may look at some other things in a different point of view. And I think that's why a lot of people are just going to move on. Possibly a lot of people may be leaving Tumbler Ridge, which would be really sad for the community. But no, there's the horse again. Nothing. Look at, they're going to sell us, some kind of something or another. Blah, 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 blah. Gun persons, blah, blah, blah. Nine of Pentacles. Four of Wands. The Star, and victory and celebration. Sadly, I think some people are going to make money off of this. They're going to make a lot of money, like GoFundMe's and that kind of thing. I think, if anything, we're going to celebrate the children. Would be the celebration of life. And here's the funeral. And we are going to make sure that, you know what, this is the Nine of Pentacles. So 10 is the amount who died because it was the self-inflicted wound of the shooter. So I think the 9 people who died at the hand of this monster are going to be elevated. I think the next little thing we're going to see is we're going to make them the stars. We're going to see some GoFundMe's. We're going to have a celebration of life, and it's not going to change anything. It really isn't. Here's the Knight of Swords. I wouldn't be surprised if there's another one. Here's the 10 again. I wouldn't be surprised if there's another one sometime, because no justice is served. No justice is served at all. I mean, who do you charge? I mean, the mother is dead. The son is dead. You can't even charge the mother for, perhaps there was some kind of form of abuse there or something. Interesting, this is the Lovers, which is choice. I hope somebody else doesn't choose to copy it. I really do. I mean that. Here's the mother right here. I think the mother's going to get a lot of blame for it. I wonder if they're going to go after the doctors. Perhaps there's something legal going on here. I wonder if they're going to go after the doctors. I wonder if, like, of course, there's going to be inquiries and whatnot. What else? The Lovers is choice. It's a very interesting card that came up. What are we missing here in the Lovers? Maybe sexuality. Maybe this is going to change the laws regarding children and sexuality or gender, or that's what popped in my head. Gender laws. Something is going to change about the gender laws. Maybe one of the mothers of one of the children who passed away, but for the grace of God go I, honestly. Maybe she's going to take it up and start talking about what are we doing to our children. Yeah, I think so. I think one of the mothers, obviously not immediately, I think one of the mothers is going to become very vocal. We're going to see her on TV, in magazines. She's going to be very, very aggressive in talking about the 10 people who have passed away. And of course, she's going to include the perpetrator, because the perpetrator is one of the 10, and going to talk about that and about the choices that were made, the gender choices, and try to change some laws around that. You know, what's interesting here in Alberta, they have changed the laws. Under 18, everybody was up in arms. And as time goes on, we're proving Danielle Smith was correct about doing that. Thank you very much for watching. Please send a little bit of, I don't know how much it would work, energy, loving energy. I don't know. It's going to take a lot of people to clear up that grief that is going to hang over that town for quite some time. But do your best anyways. Thank you very much for watching. Please take good care. See you online. Bye for now.